Hi there, Jen Roque here at StampCampWithJen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're excited. We're going to have a great project today. I am in the middle of craft fair prep and holiday everything right now, so I have a fun little box that I have to share with you that I'm going to create for my craft fair. So as you're joining me, feel free to say hi, let me know what you've been up to. I love hearing from you guys. There's a lot of great stuff going on right now. You've probably seen, if you're one of my newsletter subscribers, I've been emailing every day my 12 days of Christmas. So what that is every day there's a different free gift. Normally when I have a free gift, oh, hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for saying hello. Happy Monday to you as well. Hi, Roberta. Nice to see you. Hi, Kay. Thanks for coming back. I love seeing my repeat viewers. I appreciate it. But my 12 days of Christmas, so every day there's a different free item. If your order is at least $50 before shipping and tax, you can earn multiple items. So if you earn a free gift one day, you can earn a free gift on another day. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining me. So every day there's been a different free gift, and we'll kind of go over that a little bit more here in a second, but I have lots of exciting stuff to share with you today. There was big news that Stampin' Up! Released to us this afternoon. If you've been on my Facebook page today, you might have seen it already. But all right, so let me go ahead and flip the camera over so I can kind of show you my flyers, my printouts before we get to the project. You're gonna love the project too, though. It's really cool. So hold on one second. Let me switch everything around here. This takes me a minute. I'm always afraid I'm gonna shut you guys out and accidentally turn my feed off. I'm always afraid of that. Okay. So 12 Days of Christmas, like we were just talking about here. So 12 Days of Christmas is going on right now. So every day there's a different free gift. I emailed this out earlier, like ahead of time, so everybody knew. So today is what, the 6th? So you had the ombre gift bags were the free gift today. And then tomorrow is the Seasons of Fun host stamp set. So all the different items are listed at StampCampWithJen.com. And then in the Friday newsletter, I believe I have a link in there as well, so that you'll have a reminder and you can kind of figure out and plan your orders. So like I said, if you placed an order on the 2nd and you earned the Stampin' Blends, you could place another order tomorrow and earn the host stamp set too. So it's a great way to earn more than one free gift. So let's not forget last chance products going on now, and there is still stuff on the clearance rack too. So I know like the really hot stuff goes within the first 24 hours usually, but I looked earlier today and there are still clearance rack items there. So up through January 3rd, which is the last day you'll be able to order from the mini catalog, you'll be able to get your last chance products. So get those while you can before they're gone, because once they're gone, they're gone. They really don't show up again. They're usually out of stock. So all right, so this is the big news update. Free shipping. We're gonna have free shipping on Wednesday, so one day only free shipping. So if we go back to our 12 Days of Christmas, that day you'll get a Wink of Stella glitter brush. So every $50 or more order that is placed that day, everybody will be getting a Wink of Stella glitter brush with their order. So please make sure if your order is under $150 that you use my host code. It's on my blog. If your order is over $150, don't use my host code. Just enjoy your Stampin' Rewards, which is basically getting extra free product. So if you place a $150 order, you'll get about $15 in Stampin' Rewards, because it's about 10% of your order total that they give you for free to pick out free product when you check out. So that's really great. So tell your friends, get your wish list ready. Free shipping is coming this Wednesday, okay? Only on Wednesday. And you don't have to do anything. Once you put $50 worth of items in your cart and you go to check out, as long as it's $50 before tax is added, then it'll automatically come out when you go to checkout. Hi, Lucy. Thanks for joining me. And then my last thing I want to talk to you guys about, I've been trying to promote this. If you're local to the Villages, Summerfield area, I am hosting another in-person bingo at the end of January. It's Saturday, January 29th from 2 to 5 at the VFW Post in Bellevue. And you need to register by Saturday, January 28th, okay? I would like to eventually do a virtual bingo if enough people are interested in it. If that's something you'd be interested in, let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to know how many people would be interested in it. It's very time consuming to do bingo, especially virtual bingo, because you have to mail things out. So I'd love to do it if enough people are interested, but I'd have to have probably at least a dozen people that want to do it in order to make it worthwhile. So, oh, thanks, Sue. Yes, I did get my nails done the other day. A little reindeer and a heart. That's my holiday nails. So these will be through Christmas. You would be interested, Jessica. I would love to do virtual bingo. My goal would be to maybe do it for the launch of the annual catalog. But again, I'd love to know who would be willing to do, or who would want to do virtual bingo. So I'm thinking about doing that for the annual catalog. So we'll see. So like I said, let me know in the comments. Let me know, if you're interested. And once I kind of get a feel for it, maybe I'll try to plan it for the annual catalog. Okay. So again, this is the big one today, free shipping. Let's not forget, free shipping Wednesday. Get your wish list ready, get those orders in. And because Wednesday is part of my 12 Days of Christmas, you'll get that Wink of Stella glitter brush with your order as well. And then don't forget to get those last chance products if you haven't done it already, okay? All right, guys, that's my spiel for today. Now we can get to the fun stuff, the crafting. So this is a box that I saw from Julie DiMatteo, the Paper Pixie. Many of you probably know her already. She's got a lot of great 3D items that she shares, and I think a lot of her items are great for craft fairs too. So I'd actually seen something similar from a different demonstrator, and then I looked her version up and decided to use it for my craft show. So this is kind of the Christmassy version that I made today. And it uses that Sweet Stockings DSP, and then this sentiment is from the Christmas to Remember stamp set, which I believe both of those are retiring. So that's something if you want to get that. And then you open it up, and it's got a little hand sanitizer, a chapstick, and I put a couple peppermints in mine. So the one that Julie does, she has little Altoids, but I know Altoids can be really harsh. So they're really strong. So I really like these little soft peppermints, and I had bought a bunch of them at Target recently. So I just put 2 of those in there, and that fit perfectly. My next craft fair is, it's actually this Saturday, the 11th at Weirsdale. Jessica, if you're a newsletter subscriber, I put all that information at the bottom. If you're not a newsletter subscriber yet, go to my website and subscribe to my newsletter. I've had a little section in the bottom of the newsletter that talks about like upcoming craft fairs, and that's the last one I actually have listed for this year. So I try to list them when I know about them. I don't know of any big ones in the spring, so I probably won't do it again until next year. But in the bottom of my newsletter, every week I had like a running list of local craft fairs that I knew of. But yeah, it's this Saturday. That's my last one. Yeah, it is a good idea for a get well kit, Sue. That is. I just figured, because I have a lot of like food items for my craft fair, like hot cocoa packets and chocolate and things like that. And while it does have a couple mints, I think like hand sanitizer and chapstick is always good. We had a team swap recently where somebody put chapstick in the swap gift, and I thought that was great because she was like, I'm so sick of candy and everything. Yes, Jessica, please sign up and join my newsletter. I will warn you, you will be bombarded with my 12 Days of Christmas emails until that's over. You'll get one every day. So I apologize if you don't want to get all those emails, but I normally only send them on Friday mornings unless there's some special sale going on. And since 12 Days of Christmas, I feel like is pretty special and you can get multiple gifts, I decided to email those every day. So, all right, so let me show you how to put this box together. And the one we're going to make today, actually, I'm going to show you how to make one that you could use all year long, because this I feel like would be good I might make these for my son's teachers because I feel like that would be a good teacher gift. So I'm going to do that, and you could use it for teachers, doctors, nurses, whatever. So, oh, thanks, Jessica. I know I've had a couple people unsubscribe because I'm sure they're sick of all the emails, but I just wanted to warn you up front. And yes, Roberta, you could use Hershey Kisses and make it for Valentine's Day. I think that's a great idea. Maybe we'll do a Valentine's Day one in the future. All right, so the one today I decided to use, we're going to use some hand pen DSP from the annual catalog. And then we're going to use the Flowers of Friendship bundle. So we're actually going to use this stamp set, and I think I forgot to grab the punch. Let me grab the punch real quick. Yep. And we're going to use the punch that goes with it. So the Flowers of Friendship bundle. Yes, great for coworkers, okay? I feel like if you made a bunch of these to have on hand for like postal workers might appreciate it because they're always touching things. So maybe having that hand sanitizer, and then their lips probably get dried out depending on where they are. I think that's a great idea. So, okay. So Julie did a great job. I'll link her post in my, like the post of her video, and my link is my blog post as well, because she does a great job of explaining how to cut down the paper, because when she designed it so you really just use one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. There's a little bit extra that's left over, but not much. You pretty much just use one sheet, so it's really great. So first what we're going to do is we're going to cut on the 11-inch side. We're going to cut down to 4 5/8, okay? Because we actually need a piece that is 6 3/8 inch long, but when you look at the extension arm here on your paper trimmer, that 6 3/8 is like right there, so it's really hard to see. So if we were to line it up here, that's perfect, but it's hard to try to measure that in that little arm. So her tip is to actually cut down that 4 5/8 piece, to take that off, and now you automatically have that 6 3/8 width there, okay? And then we're gonna turn it to the 8.5 inch side, and we're gonna cut 1/2 inch off, because you need an 8 inch by 6 3/8 inch. These measurements get me going. So now you have a little scrap piece. You can keep it. I usually just throw these away. Do I email the directions? Roberta, no, I don't email the directions because I just put this on my blog. I usually around Tuesday at noon, I post the video with the directions and everything on my blog. So Tuesday around lunchtime, you can find the Facebook replay that has all of the measurements, the video, and the supply information. That's a good question. Okay, so now we have 6 3/8 by 8 inches this way, okay? So we can put this aside. This is actually going to be our box space, but that we're going to score later, but we got to do a little bit more cutting first. So this piece, let me see here, is going to be 4 1/8 by 2.5. So on the long side, we need to cut 2.5 inches off. And then it needs to be 4 1/8. So that 1/2 inch is coming off again. So again, I just throw this little piece away. We'll put that aside. And then this next piece, so this needs to be 6 by 2 3/8. Let's see here. So this should be 6 now, yep. So 2 3/8 here. And we're going to use this as well. So you should have this piece on the box that Julie did. She used it to die cut some extra things out for her decoration on the front, but I'm not going to do that. So that's just extra for us. So this piece, we're going to have the big piece here that's 6 3/8 by 8 inches. And then we have these two smaller pieces that we're going to score, okay? And then, like I said, that bigger piece, I'm just going to put it in my scrap later. And this is mint macaron that I'm using here today. All right, so now we're gonna get our Simply Scored scoring tool. And I have these left in there from another project. I'll take these out because those aren't correct. All right, so now for this piece, on the 6 3/8 inch side, I love using the Simply Scored. I'm going to move this up a little bit so I can you can see it there. There we go. So I like using the Simply Scored because it makes a deeper score mark, and it's a lot easier to see than if you were to use your paper trimmer. So we're going to score at 1 inch here, and 5 3/8, so 1, 2, 3 right there. Whoops. And if it goes off the track like that, it's not a big deal. And then we're going to rotate it to that 8-inch side, and we're going to score at 1 inch. And 3.5 inches. 4.5 inches. And 7 inches. Okay. So that you can kind of see there, that's going to be our box space. We'll do some scoring and cutting there in a second, but we're going to finish our burnishing and cutting. So then this piece is the 2.5 by 4 1/8. So on the 4 1/8 side, we need to do 3/4 of an inch. And then we need to do 1 5/8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5/8 inch tick marks there. And then 2.5 inches, okay? And then our last big piece here, which is 2 3/8 by 6 inches. This one on the 6-inch side, we're gonna do 2 5/8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna do 3.5. And then we're gonna do 4 3/8. 1, 2, 3, okay? But you can see those score marks, they're so much deeper, and I really like that because it's a lot easier to see than if you use the scoring blade on your paper trimmer. Okay, so now we're gonna get out, well, let's do the box first. So we're gonna fold and burnish with our bone folder. Okay. Just get those nice creases. Right there. Okay. And then, so what we need to do on all of these little lines up to the horizontal line, we need to cut straight up to that perpendicular line there on both sides. Okay. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Are you guys enjoying the holidays with all the Christmas parties? I'd love to hear about that stuff. We're actually having our stamp camp with Jen. This is our 2nd annual Christmas party this Friday, and we're really excited about it. Okay, so now all these little tabs here, you see the smaller tabs, we need to actually, I guess they call it mitering, like where you come in here at an angle and kind of trim those down. It just makes it easier when you assemble your box when you do that. So we're gonna go ahead and angle all these little tabs here. Does anybody have any fun Christmas parties? I know I was talking to a girl the other day, she said she is going to a Christmas party this week and they have to bring like adult stuff, like raunchy type stuff, and I just thought that was hilarious. I think that's gonna be fun. I told her to take lots of pictures because that sounds like a hoot. She was like, I have no idea what to bring, and then she saw something at a craft show that, like some cards or something. I always thought that was pretty funny. Can't wait for the party. Yes, Sue, you are on top of the ball, I tell you. We're having a card exchange, and Sue already has her cards done. You're way ahead of me for sure. I need to do mine. I know which ones I'm doing at least, which is good, because I think last year it was like a day or two before, and I was panicking because I had no idea what I was going to do. I was searching all over Facebook trying to come up with something. I try to come up with my own stuff as much as I can, but sometimes, you know, you just get that, what I like to call crafter's block, and you just have a hard time coming up with something creative. So sometimes I do case, just like now, I do case other demonstrators, and that's okay. You're sharing their ideas and kind of putting your own spin on it. So I don't see a problem with that as long as you give them credit for it. Okay, so for this box, we need a piece of designer series paper at 2 3/8 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to bring my paper trimmer back in for just a second. I forgot to cut that. So looking at the box, the 4 1/4 inch, if you're using directional paper, it needs to be, so like this paper, for example, I always have a hard time explaining this. So this is the correct direction as we're looking at. The flowers are in the right way. If I were to turn it the other direction, the flowers are going sideways. So you need to make sure that with the paper in the right direction on your paper trimmer, you line it up at 4 1/4, and then you cut it, okay? So that's how you need to cut it for the top of your box. And then it needs to be 2 3/8. Okay. All right, so that little piece there. That's why God made Pinterest. Sue, you're so funny. It's very true. I am addicted to Pinterest too. So, okay. So I do want to point out, so this whole box, it's all the same side, like each side is the same. This measurement is the same as this measurement. So it doesn't matter which side you choose to put your paper on for the lid. So I'm just going to pick this side because that's what's facing me. And we'll use a little bit of liquid glue here. Well, that side's pretty too, but I like more color. I didn't want just pink and white. Okay. Remember when I was in the Air Force and I first got into Pinterest, and I actually worked in a small office with like another girl and a guy who was married, and he was like in his mid-20s, and I told him about Pinterest, and he got so sucked into Pinterest. It cracked me up. He came to work the next day and he's like, oh my gosh, I was on Pinterest all night last night, because he wanted to have like a garden for his house, so he was looking at like all kinds of garden stuff. He said all night long. It cracked me up. Okay, now this is retired, and I'm sorry, I try not to use retired stuff, but all you need is some sort of circle punch. And this is 1.5 inch. I wouldn't use anything much bigger than this, or you could probably use the layering circles dies if you wanted to, but I like punches because they're a little bit quicker. And you just want to go up just a little bit just to make like a little thumb hole, so that you can grab onto the side of the box and open it up, okay? So I think Julie in her video, she uses a 3/4 inch. I had a 1.5. It really doesn't matter. You just want like a little bit of a hole there so that when your box is closed, it makes it easier to open it up, okay? All right, so that's the lid. So flipping this over, so the lid is to my left, this is gonna be the bottom here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip these two bottom tabs, and we're basically just making the bottom of the box now. So we're just gonna put a little bit of liquid glue on both of these tabs, and then I'm gonna fold it up and make sure to line it up with that corner as best I can. Okay. Kind of hold it. That's the thing about liquid glue with these 3D projects. It makes it so much easier to get it exact, and it gives you a couple seconds before everything's set, so you have a little bit of time to wiggle it into place and make sure it's exactly where you want it. Okay. All right. And then these center tabs here, we're going to do the same thing, kind of round out our box here, at least the bottom section of it. Oops. Did not mean to get that on there. That's all right. All right, so we're just folding that up here. As you can see, I'm just going to line up that line right there. Use my finger to kind of press it in. And then, oops. I'm going to do the same for this side here. So we're just lining that up. Make sure I didn't wiggle that off. Okay. All right. So that's the bottom section right there. So now for the top, we're going to do the same thing with these little tabs up here, and this is just making the top of the box, okay? Don't you guys love YouTube? Like, I could never just sit and watch a video and try to put a project together live. Like obviously you have to go back and take your time and watch it. Like when I was watching Julie's video, I had to watch it probably 5 times before and like keep pausing it and things like that. I just think YouTube is so nice for that. You can make so many great projects. People share all their ideas and, you know, you can just pause it and you can fast forward like people that watch my replay are probably going to do. I would do it. I don't blame them. They're going to fast forward through all the stuff in the beginning. I know some demonstrators, they'll get on there and talk forever. And I'm like, I don't want to hear all this. I just want to see your craft project. So I completely understand that. All right, so then when we go to close this here, it's pretty snug, and you'll close it, and then see we have that little hole so you can put your thumb there and open it up pretty nicely. So it's pretty nice and snug there. I really like that. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what those other 2 pieces are for. So these 2 pieces that we scored now, we're going to go ahead and fold those. So we're going to kind of valley fold them. So we're going to fold it the middle score in, and we're going to fold this little flap and the bigger flap out. So you have like a W shape. I think I did that right. Yes. So it's going to look like that when you're done scoring it. Those that talk for 2+ hours. Yes, Kay. Those are the ones I'm talking about. And I think, you know, it's great that they get on there and they do Facebook. Okay, real quick, you're doing the same thing. In the middle, you're folding up, and then on the 2 scores, you're folding down, okay? But yeah, I think it's great that they do Facebook and, you know, but it gets annoying when you watch a Facebook Live and everybody's like, hi, 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 and they say hi to everybody. It's like, all right, I don't need to hear you say hi. It's nice, and I'm sure they appreciate it, but I don't need to hear that. So I just love to fast forward that stuff. All right, so again, you have kind of like a W shape, right? So the bigger piece here is going to go in first, and that's where our little mints are going. And then this smaller piece, you can probably guess, is going to go to the left here, and that's where hand sanitizer and our lip balm is going, okay? And isn't that so cool? I love these little compartmented boxes like this. It's so easy to do. So I just want to show you real quick what I got. Let me see if I have it over here. Yeah. Like I said, I have a million bags and boxes for everything right now. So I bought these little 3 packs of Bliss Tech chapstick. They were $2.99 at Target, so that makes them $1 a piece. It's just like going to the dollar store, right? So for the holidays, I bought like 4 packs of these for my craft show. I don't know if they'll sell or not. I just thought it was a cool idea. If they don't, like I said, I'll save them for something else. Maybe my kids' teachers, postman, whatever. Post lady, actually. I have a woman postal worker. So what I did was and then you just take the little sugar plum dream, and then I don't have another spare one over here. I'm just going to take whatever I have. So the frosted cranberry, and then like I said, you can fit 2 of these little sweet stripes, mints in here. Actually, Roberta, I think I have some kisses over here. Let's see how those fit. That's a good idea. Candy cane kisses. I'm all about the candy canes. Let's see how these fit in here. Might be able to get like 4 of them in here, actually. That's a good idea. You guys are so smart. These are like my favorite kisses that come out, the little like peppermint crunch ones. So yeah, so you could put the Hershey Kisses in there. You could get like 4 Hershey Kisses. I think I'm just gonna leave the mints for now because I have a lot of chocolate stuff. But that is a really good idea. I like that idea. Okay, so that's what's in our box. So let's do a little bit of decorating for the front now, okay? So what I thought would be good is to use this thank you for everything, because that's great for like teachers, nurses, anything. So I'm going to use that, and then we're actually going to use this punch and some of the in color vellum, and we're going to cut out, just kind of do this really quick and easy, right? We don't want anything complicated for mass production. So let's see. So the thank you for everything. I'm just kind of winging this one. So if you have a suggestion of what I should do, please let me know, because like I said, I'm just kind of winging it. So we're going to do the thank you for everything. Let's see if I have a punch for this. I haven't used this one too much. I think this might fit. It's going to be kind of tight. Let's see. Or let's see. Maybe this little wedgie one. Wedgie. Can you tell I have a son? Let's see. Or let's see, which one should we use? We've got this little tag one. I think this would fit pretty well actually in it. Or this is my favorite one I use all the time. I think it's called like the Label Me Fancy Punch. I really need to label it. Speaking of labels, maybe we'll do that one. That's my favorite one. I seriously do it all the time. All right, so maybe we'll use black, and let's see. Got some scrap basic white. Yes, okay, so some scrap basic white here. And we'll get our tuxedo black memento. Thank you for everything. Right in the middle there. I don't like that. It didn't ink up very well. Let's see. My pad gets kind of dry. I think I've had this ink pad forever. Let's do it this way. Oh, that's better. Thank you for everything. And then, let's see here. I'll do... We do it this way. Yeah, that's nice. Punch that out. And then this is going to end up going on the front like that. But I want to put some flowers on there. So let's get our In Color vellum. I have some pink and some pale papaya, and then I have some green that we can use for the leaves. I think that'll be cool too. I love the shimmer that's on this one. So we are going to take our punch here, and for the leaves, we'll do those last. Let's do the flowers first. So actually the easiest thing is to do like a strip and put it in, but I didn't think that far ahead, so that's okay. If you don't want a lot of waste, that's really the best way to do it, but that's all right. And then we'll do the pink here. I always punch upside down so I can see and make sure that everything's lining up like it's supposed to. Oh, I always get stuck. Oh well. All right, so I love the shimmer of these. So we're gonna kind of make it so they overlap just like that, and we're gonna put, I think I might do them like maybe right next to it like that. Maybe one on each side. Okay, and we always use our glue dots. It's the best way here. Oops. To adhere them. Sending caring thoughts in Bamboo Beauty. What? What, Sue? What are you talking about? Bamboo Beauty. All right, so there's our little pale papaya flower. It kind of goes with it, right? It's kind of up top though. Maybe we should just stamp flowers on there. Maybe that would be better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Not really sure if I'm digging this. We'll see. All right, let's do some leaves. I'm just gonna stick like a little corner piece in there. Do a leaf. Do another leaf. There we go. And again, more glue dots. And actually for the leaves, what I do is I put the glue dots on the front where the shimmery part is, and I like to tuck them behind the flower, like so. like that. And then you can kind of have it peeking out the back there. Aw, my nephew loves my card. That's so sweet. I'm so proud that he's watching. You trying to get him into crafts, Case? My sister's on here. She must be forcing him to watch. Don't like vellum flowers. Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this either, so I might be with you on that one. We might just stamp. I think I just want to stamp some flowers on there. That might be better because I don't think I'm digging that. But that's how you can do them. Long story short. Or maybe we'll just leave it. I don't know. And actually I have a good idea. Let's just put some bling on it and call it a day. Why don't we? Let's see. What did I do with those? Here we go. So we can put, I have in color jewels or, let's see. Oh, these might be fun too. I have the black dots or the in color jewels, and we'll just do like 3 on the top or the bottom, and that might be kind of cool actually. We'll do that instead. So I have a million of these in color, of these matte black dots. I love them. All right, so we're gonna use our putty tool here. Let's kind of play with this. Maybe do a small one there, maybe a big one in the middle. And then another small one. Let's see how that looks. I kind of like that actually. I think I'm gonna leave it like just like that. That's what I like. I don't want to do too much because I think it's gonna take away from everything. So that's, we want it to be easy, right? That's kind of the point. You don't want it to be too complicated. So we're just gonna put our dimensionals on here. Love using bling. Yep, me too, Roberta. Anything shiny, pretty, I love it. All right, so we got our 5 little dimensionals there. And this will be done once we put this on there. So you'll see if you watch the video when I post the link to Julie's box, but she puts like a ribbon around it to kind of help keep the box closed, but it's kind of snug, so I didn't really think it needed it. So I think I really just like it just like that. Thank you for everything. And you have a little hand pen, and you could give this to teachers, doctors, secretaries, co-workers, and then you just open it up. And it's a little essentials kit. It could be essential for the holidays. You could change it up. You could change the chapstick and the hand sanitizer. You could just put, like, if you have a little lip gloss that's about that size, that would be good too. There's lots of options. So, all right, so this one's for every day, and this is the holiday one that I made. So, oh, thanks, Jessica. I'm so glad you like it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for your patience while we kind of winged this design, but I hope you really like it. I kind of like how that turned out, actually. I think I'm going to make a bunch more of those because I think you can never have too many thank you gifts. So, and I have a ton of Christmas stuff for my craft show, so I think just some basic everyday things that people can gift would be good as well. So, all right, guys, well, make sure that you check out the newsletter on Friday. In the midst of all the 12 days of Christmas emails that you'll be getting, Friday morning, I do have a special announcement in there as well. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. You got to tune into the newsletter. So, Jessica, make sure you sign up for that newsletter, girl. Make sure you get in there. So, all right, so make sure you check out the newsletter for that special announcement. Don't forget Wednesday for that free shipping of $50 before tax. You'll get free shipping. You don't have to do anything. It'll automatically be deducted from your cart at checkout. But make sure that you use my host code if your order is under $150. If it's over $150, don't use the host code. Enjoy the Stampin' Rewards, and everybody will be getting a Wink of Stella glitter brush. with their order if it's at least $50. And I could never have too much Wink of Stella. It's all that glitz and glam. So, all right, guys. Well, if you need any of the supplies from today's project, please be sure to shop with me. Also, if you place an order, if you're not on my list to get a free catalog, if you order by December 10th, I will add you to my list, and that's any amount. You don't have to have $50. Just if you place an order, I will send you a free catalog. Okay, so that's my deadline if you want a free catalog. Okay, all right, guys. Well, that's all my announcements. I hope you really enjoyed it, and until next time, happy stamping and be safe. Bye, guys.